Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 122. My name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of buy and sell DVC. As always, I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and buyandsellDVC.com.
And today is June 7th, 2023. So your 11-month window from today is May 7th, 2024. And the 7-month window is January 7th, 2024. And I just want to start the show with a little PSA, because if you're coming down and you're coming down anytime checking in between now and the end of September, please just stop checking the weather apps, okay? Just stop. It's gonna be a forecast for rain every day till the end of September. That's what I'm telling you right now.
You've seen that online too as well. So a lot of people go, it's gonna rain every day of my trip. Yeah, that's what it always says. Here's the deal. It's just, if you go in and check hourly, every day at 2 p.m., it's going to say like 50% chance of rain. That's going to go through, 9 o'clock at night. They put that on there. They don't know, but possibly it could rain. This is our getting to rainy season. There could be rain, but don't panic. Every day it's going to say rain.
Yes, and I will tell you this: you want it to rain every day, because if somehow you're in Orlando between June 1st and September 30th, and you're here for a 5-day stretch where it doesn't rain at all, by the 3rd, 4th, and 5th day, you're gonna feel like you're in an oven. And the humidity is just in the air. You can take a cup and go like this and get a half a cup. You want it to rain. You need it to rain. But, the only time you need to worry is if you get a rare thunderstorm that happens before noon, which is like 1 out of 10 years. Otherwise, you're safe to do whatever you want before 2 o'clock, and then it may rain, but you want it to rain. And don't, like you say, I see the post constantly, I booked the wrong time apparently because it's supposed to rain every day. No, it's gonna rain every day, May 1st till the end of September, it's forever.
Yeah, we've been sharing a bunch of our deals online, and I saw somebody commented somewhat recently, it's like, we had all these upcoming reservations that were super discounted, and they're like, yes, but it's going to rain every day. You don't know if it's going to rain every day. And honestly, I don't think it barely rained at all during that time. This was, again, a little bit in the past, so I don't think it really rained much at all. But, the poster there going, yeah, but it's going to rain every day. And no, it's not. just
and if it does,
you're welcome.
It rains like an hour, and then it's like it never rained. Yeah. It's sunny, it rains, and then it's like it never rained. So I just want to get that out there now, off my chest. Relax.
Feel better?
Yeah, I feel better.
Off your chest? Good.
This is tropical climate.
Yes.
This is not Iowa, and I can say that because I'm from Iowa. But this is not Iowa. This is a tropical climate. This is the forecast. So today we're starting with the buy and sell side of things, and I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase like "don't touch the money." You don't want to, talk about the house that you bought until it's closed, because until it's closed, it's, you're touching the money. But I have to say that I bought an Aulani property. It hasn't closed yet, so I'm touching the money. But I just, basically, I'm in the Aulani Facebook group. I don't know what the name of it is. But I see the photos in there. I see the experiences in there. And then I'm like, okay, kids get older, they graduate high school, graduate college, maybe wife and I go there when we are, the kids are out, I can't think of, what do they call that when empty nester? Oh. And I'm like, and then I looked at the rooms, if you go on the Disney website and you want to book a hotel room at Aulani, the summer of 2000, it's $824 a night plus tax. Yeah. So I was like, let's buy this small point property, even, So I just want to say that I appreciate all the Aulani pictures. I appreciate reading about Aulani, and that encouraged me to buy an Aulani property. Hopefully the closing will go smooth and I didn't just touch the money and completely jinx it. But
Disney has not bought back any Aulani contracts.
Right. So but again,
you should be safe.
you got the seller has to sign. Everybody, everything still has to go smooth.
See, now, Aulani's the only DVC resort I have not stayed at personally. So, maybe some people, if they've stayed at Aulani, feel free in the comments to write down what you think about Aulani and jinx Jason.
But I don't want to read any bad comments, of course.
Only your good comments, please.
But it looks, I need to get there at some point.
Yeah.
It may not be for a few years, but I'm definitely, I definitely want to get there.
Yeah, I want to get there at some point as well. I just haven't, just because it's such a long flight for us. We're all the way at the other side of the U.S., so it's a long flight up there. But my plan was always, I figured like I'd fly to California because that's where pretty much they all stop. But maybe stay there for a couple days.
San Fran, maybe?
I think I was Disneyland. My thought was Disneyland.
Gotcha.
San Fran's not a bad idea. I've never been to San Fran, but I figure you fly into LAX, maybe spend a couple days at Disneyland, and then hop back on the plane and do another trip out to Hawaii. And maybe on the way home, same thing, or maybe that's when you stop at San Fran on the way home. Make a big trip out of it, just because it is a long flight.
So now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So for today's food review, I went back to Yak Yeti, which have you been to Yak Yeti?
I have not.
Haven't made it yet. I've gone there a bunch of times. This time, I've been forcing myself to try different things just for these reviews. I tried the Thai basil chicken for $27.99. It's wok fried ground chicken, which I knew it was. I read the menu, so I knew it was coming. But wok fried ground chickens, shiitake mushrooms, sugar snap peas, peppers, Thai basil, wide egg noodles tossed in a spicy basil sauce. Now this is something, I figured this would be right up my alley. This is something very similar to a Thai dish called pad ki mao, which I really enjoy, or it's also known as drunken noodles. There wasn't as much spice to this. It says, it's on here, spicy basil sauce. There was not much spice at all. The ground chicken made for a little bit of an unusual texture. Like when you get like pad ki mao, you get pieces of chicken. I think I probably would have preferred it if it had regular pieces of chicken instead of ground chicken in there, because it felt like I was eating the dish and then just eating little pieces of, like ground hamburger meat in there. Just a little bit odd, and I probably would have preferred it if it had rice noodles versus like a regular egg noodle. Overall, I gave this a 6.5. It was decent. I personally probably wouldn't get it again. There's some other stuff on there that I like that's better. And also, so I was trying to read my hand here. One of the things that also personally bothers me is that I know that this is about 2 to 3 times more expensive than what I normally spend for pad ki mao. So I go, okay, it's very, very similar. It's not the same. And it's a Disney restaurant, so of course it's going to be more expensive. But when you're comparing it to outside restaurants, and you're like, I get the same thing that I like better somewhere else, and this is 2 to 3 times as much. Just a little bit rough, but definitely not a bad meal. Again, 6.5 out of 10. Again, just wouldn't get it again though, but not bad.
And now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
So I'm sure, Jason, you might not be aware of this.
I'm aware.
But apparently a few weeks ago, Disney announced that the Galactic Starcruiser was going to be closed. And I don't think this is really a shock to anybody out there. They could never keep it filled. You were constantly getting people complaining about the price. I will say that, in all honesty, everybody I've ever seen who did actually experience it, though, has said it was great. Most people have said they wouldn't do it again just because of the price, but everybody said that the experience itself was wonderful. Now, my question is, what do you do with this themed hotel? What does Disney do with it? It's only got 100 rooms. So, I was going to say, instead of people saying maybe to demolish it, I know they said it's a $300 million tax write-off, but I was like, instead of charging $6,000 a night for 4 people to stay in the room for 2 nights, I said just rent it. Maybe do something with DVC, rent it out as a regular hotel. You can charge $1,000 a night, which is still very expensive. But, compared to, you probably charge more than $1,000 a night because Grand Floridian and Polynesian, those rooms are $800, $900 a night for a standard room. And this is a much cooler, more unique experience. But I have to imagine that if they charge $1,200 a night, they could fill this thing up. Now, maybe, it wouldn't be the same experience. Like I wouldn't say, you don't have the people going around and have the themed stories, and your food's not included. Have the regular restaurant and charge for food. I don't know if there's enough money there for Disney to be able to do this, but I mean, otherwise, I mean, you've created this really, really cool hotel. You know, I wouldn't say don't scrap it. You can still charge a lot of money, you know, not $6,000 for 2 nights, but, you know, just, again, $1,200 a night. And again, it would be packed every single night just because it's a decent deal. I just don't know what they should do with it or what they can do or what they're going to do. But I'd hate to see it demolished because it's such a cool experience.
Can you think of a mistake like this that Disney's made before in regards to building a resort and then shutting it down? Because I can't.
No. I mean, things, you know, run its course. Like before Saratoga Springs, you know, it was the Disney Institute. Yes. You know, they changed different stuff around, but I don't think there's anything out there that was around for like a little over a year, and it was such a big deal. I mean, I really think Disney messed up with this. I mean, obviously they messed up with it, but I mean, even like they originally. Do you remember the promo videos they put out? When
a little bit.
Old looking, it was like they purposely made it look like scratchy and old looking, like it was like just. I think it was a misstep every step of the way, and then they overpriced it. You know, I'm sure they figured, you know, for such an amazing, unique experience, you know, it's not meant for everybody. It's meant for only a certain clientele. But they priced it so high that the real the real Star Wars fans didn't get to stay there. So I figured if you lower the price and you take away the experience a little bit, you know, you don't have to have 50 Star Wars characters roaming around all the time and, you know, having them do different missions and stuff. Every now and then have a Star Wars character and pick a character that people know. Have Chewbacca come by. You know, have somebody from the series that people know. They were having like all these like weird new characters and stuff that really didn't mean anything to the Star Wars community. So have the Mandalorian, you know, once every 5 hours walk through the lobby, you know, and you don't have to pay an actor that much to do it, and you charge $1,300 a night, and it will be packed every day of the week, packed.
Do you know what day and month it opened or no?
I do not offhand. I do not recall, but yeah, it's sad to see it go. It's not a surprise to anyone. I would have loved to do it, you know, and I've heard that, you know, everything's been booked through closing time. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, or at least
now they're at capacity.
Now they're at capacity, or at least I know for a fact that the last night absolutely was at capacity. I'm not positive.
What's the closing date?
I don't know. Okay. I don't remember that offhand either.
But I guess how far out is it?
It's a couple months.
Couple months. Okay.
It's a couple months. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm hoping it doesn't just go by the wayside, and 6 years from now we'll be seeing YouTube videos where people are going to be hopping the fence and taking videos of the moss growing over the starship, and you know they say they're like the abandoned buildings of Disney. I hope it doesn't go that route because you've got something there. It's just you missed the mark a little bit. You can adjust though and try to fix it.
Well, that's interesting though. I did not know that they got booked up at the end.
Yes.
So what if Disney's just playing everybody then?
That would be really weird to go out there and make themselves look bad.
Right. And then 15 days, then when it gets to 15 days away from when they think they're going to close, they're like, well, we're going to try 30 more days.
That would be interesting.
That'd be wild.
What I want
Probably
them to do
not
is
going to happen.
have it go, have it end, have a little ceremony, whatever at the end, wait a month, and then announce that you're reopening it with an altered experience, you know, without all of the extras, without all the super, super expensive stuff, and just have it as a regular hotel room. Maybe do some of it with DVC. I would love to stay there. You know, if you're pricing it a little more than a Grand Floridian night, I would love that experience. So do something with it, Disney. Please don't just destroy it or just let it sit there and do nothing.
On that note,
yep.
On that note, we have wrapped up episode 122. Hope you enjoyed. Leave us comments. If you're an Aulani owner, let me know how I should plan my trip. Actually, that's, you know, you don't. Anyway, if you're an Aulani owner, let me know the things that are must-sees. Let us know if you've had the basil chicken at Yak Yeti and what you think about Star Wars Starcruiser shutting down. And we hope to see you back next week. Be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment and subscribe.
Just got a great idea, Disney. If you want to retheme it, considering it's a Starcruiser, retheme it as the Nostromo. You own Fox movies. Have it an aliens theme. Xenomorphs, aliens, retheme it as the Nostromo. I am on board. Thank you.
See you next week.